do is we're going to make this little top and A-line top, okay, and have flare in there and not have any dart. So we're going to trace this one again as well. Okay, maybe if I can get that off the lid. Okay. Now, I don't think I would mark my drill holes in this either. Don't even, I know you got in that habit, but you're just going to trace the outside edge of this, guys. If you accidentally put a drill hole in here, I mean, you know, even though you didn't circle it, the cutters might think you forgot to circle it, you know. Just don't give them any room for error. So don't even mark those, okay? And there we have it. Now, pretty much these notches are going to be disappearing as well, okay? But I'm leaving them there for now because I want to have them as a guide when I'm marking this. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to flare it, just flare it out 2 inches from the side. But before I do that, I measure how long my side seam is. And right now, it's about 9.5 inches. All right, then when I leave my 2-inch grid ruler, leave it at 0 up underneath the arm. But make it go out from the waist 2 inches, and then we're going to make a little flare. Now you can cut and slash and open it up, but this is just an easy way. And you can add no more than 3 inches to the side here, guys. If you start adding more than that, I think you're going to want to cut the paper and open it up because, or what's going to happen is all the flare is going to just hang here, okay? It won't be all even and flowy, all right? So I'm lining this up to 0 up here at the top, okay? And when I draw my line, leaving it at 2 there, when I draw my line, I'm going to stop it, let's say 9 1/4 inches, because guess what? That turned bias, okay? And what's going to happen is it's going to stretch, and then your side will be longer than your front, okay? So when I draw this, I'm just going to do something like about there, come up, we're good to go, okay? Now, I don't know how much that's going to stretch. It depends on your fabric, but 1/4 inch is a good start, okay? And then you'll notice too, after you make these little flare things, even if you don't put flare on it, they usually kind of hang low underneath your arms anyways. I don't know if it's because us Americans drop our armhole down or what, and then they just kind of hang, but it's always good to take it off if it's bias. All right, now what we're going to do is you don't want to just take your ruler and go from here to there, because look what you're doing. You're cutting off all this excess right here, and you need that for your bust, all right? So, but then again, you don't need to drop it down all the way to the point either, okay? So you be the judge and eye it. And what I like to do is I like to keep this straight right at the top, and it's even curving in a little bit more than I think I like for it to. So if you leave this straight and squared at center front, okay, and then right where that dart is, start angling it down just a little bit, but not a whole lot, okay, and now then you can bring it up like that. Right here it dips up. You may want to straighten that out, okay, and then, okay, I'm stuck everywhere, aren't I? And then we can draw this line like that, okay? So the thing of it is, I just don't want it to be straight, room for boob, then straight again, okay? You want to blend that curve to make sure it looks pretty good, okay? And I think that's it, guys. So then what's going to happen is you're going to get rid of these old lines here. You're not even going to have a notch because it's going to be turned up and turned up again probably, or lined, however. You probably want to remark this notch though at 1/2 inch from the edge, okay? You're not going to have that line anymore. When I do these notches up here, I usually angle it from the side seam, so that notch might even be shaped a little bit different, all right? And there we have it. Okay, you probably could face this to hem it, or just turned up and turned up again. And if you do the shirt tail hem, it's usually like 3/8 by 3/8, depends on how big you want the stitching to be. Normally, you do add a little bit more down here. So if it's 3/8, 3/8, and this is originally a half, I think you need to add like another 1/4 of an inch, okay? So then you would add a little 1/4 of an inch over here for your hem allowance. But we'll just leave it at a half, okay? And then this is going to be called the flare, okay? So you guys go ahead and work on these, and then I'll go around the room